Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I am gonna show you how you can cut and style curtain bangs at home. I already have a video on how you can cut bangs. It's a very easy technique. I will put a card up there somewhere. You guys can go and check it out. So before we start the video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. So this whole entire technique is pretty self-explanatory, and I'm not really sure how I'm even going to describe these steps to you, because you guys are just gonna have to watch and see what I am doing, but I am gonna try my best. So the first thing we want to do is we want to mark out the area that we're gonna be using as our bangs. So I am trying to achieve some very thick bangs, which is why I am using such a big chunk of hair. But if you want more subtle bangs, then you don't need to use this much. You can use less hair. So basically you want to part your hair in the middle first, and then you want to take a small piece of hair from either section and bring it to the middle, and this part is going to be our guide. That is the chunk of hair that we are going to be using as a guide to determine the length. So first you want to go ahead and clip the other sections back so it's easier to work with, and then we're going to grab our middle guide and we are going to go ahead and trim it. So you guys can go as short as you want, but always make sure you cut very small pieces of hair. Don't go ahead and cut like 2 inches, because that is how this is gonna end up as a fail. So make sure you are cutting very small amounts of hair, and then you can just put it down and see if you are okay with the length, and then just go ahead and cut it if you want it to be even shorter. And you can use the point cutting technique just to make sure it's not blunt and that it's just more, it looks more natural, I guess. So then I am gonna go ahead and take one section, and I'm gonna also use the guide, and we want the hair to be the same length, so that is why we created a guide in the middle. You want to make sure your guide aligns with the rest of the hair. So I am gonna go ahead and trim one section like this so it matches up with the guide. I hope I'm making sense, but if you guys can just watch what I'm doing, it'll make sense to you. This method is a little bit complicated. It's not hard, it's pretty easy, but the technique I used in my previous tutorial is very easy. All you have to do is just twist the hair and cut it. But I guess this technique allows you to have more of a flare, and it just gives you a better bang, I guess. That sounds wrong, but it just gives you a better haircut. So I am going to go ahead and trim the hair, and then finally I'm going to use the point cutting technique and just make sure it's just nice and all that stuff. So I am going to zoom you guys in a little bit here, and again I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to grab a piece from the middle part, the guide, and I'm going to make sure it matches up with the other section. So I am again cutting very small sections. So I am gonna continue doing that, and that is basically it. I am okay with this length. I didn't go too short. If you want to go too short, then that is totally fine, but just make sure you are taking it really slow. So the next step is to blow dry the hair. Make sure it's wet. My hair is not that wet, but when you are blow drying, make sure it's wet. And I'm gonna be blow drying in 2 separate sections. What you want to do is you want to blow dry in the opposite side, so that is what will give you the nice flared curtain bang. Instead of blow drying in the same direction, you want to go ahead and blow dry it in the opposite direction, like so. It will give you a nice flare at the end, a nice curl at the end, like so. I'm going to do that several times until I am happy with the results. So I am going to do the same thing to the other side. I am going to wrap my hair around the brush like this, and then I am going to go ahead and blow dry it in the opposite direction. So after that, you can use some hairspray, some very lightweight hairspray, and then you can kind of just mess around with the hair and just, just see what you like. So this is basically how you cut and style curtain bangs. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. There's so many other techniques you can use to achieve these bangs. So if you want more tutorials on how you can style these bangs, let me know. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.